Welcome back to another second channel video. Patreons, thank you for being here. Because if you're seeing this early, that's because you are paying, and me and the voice actors love you. Welcome back, everybody, to another second channel video. And we have another interview today with C-Jax, or Chris Jackson, the voice of Ben. Poor Ben. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Mind if we redo a couple of questions? Because I just realized I was not recording.
Yeah, no problem. And I'll probably say something entirely different.
Well, welcome. I totally didn't already say that. When you first read Ben, what stood out to you?
What's that like? What stood out to me was kind of how he's a regular guy, down to earth, and just his deep care for everything.
Sounds like Ben.
Yes.
How would you describe Ben in 3 words?
Caring. I would say grounded. And what was the other one I used? Caring, grounded,
Playful.
and
I think you said.
Playful. Yeah, that's what it was. Thank you. I was trying to remember what that was. Definitely playful.
Then why does Ben help Kara without hesitation?
I think that based on his past, he felt the strong, like, there's a problem, address it head on, figure out what the issue is, and just come up with that quick solution. And then down the road, it grew to more than just that quick solution.
Yes, sounds good. When Ben finds Kara in the snow, what goes through his mind?
When he found her in the snow, he just sensed that there was distress, and he wanted to just make it right and figure out, why there was an issue and just solve it. Because that's who Ben is to me.
Yeah. Do you think he sees his daughter in Kara?
Yeah, I mean, maybe not at the very front of his mind, but definitely with undertones. You're always gonna, have memories of the past, and I think he definitely, tries to not necessarily channel that, but he's definitely feeling those things, and that's why I think they have that strong bond.
Yeah, definitely. How does losing a child shape a person?
Oh man, I cannot even imagine. I've got 2 children myself, and I don't know how I would live in a world where I lost a child. It's one of the worst things I could ever imagine, and I hope nobody would ever have to bury a child. But it's the sad reality that it happens, and I mean, you just got to do your best to, move on with it and find the light, if you will. And I think that's what Ben really tried to do was find goodness.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the main things I wrote him, like, just the fact that how, kind of tragic his past is, he didn't let that, like, turn him bad, and he's still a lighthearted old man.
Yeah, that really came through. I really admire that about Ben.
All right, now on to some new questions.
Sure.
This section is kind of just like for fun. The soup section.
Okay.
what does cooking mean to Ben?
Oh, what does cooking mean to Ben? Well, he sure likes his soup. That's a fact. I think it just reminds him of his past, and maybe that was his daughter's favorite food that he made, so he likes to make it often to remember her.
I I think that might have been in like my subconscious, but that I like how that sounds like that
Yeah.
super reminds him of his daughter. Do you think he expresses love through his food?
Oh, I think anybody that likes to cook shows their love through food. All the best chefs in the world, they say they love to cook and they love to present their food. And though Ben might not be a world renowned chef, I think the same can be said. Of course, he enjoys cooking, and therefore he enjoys and loves building that connection with people through food.
Well said, well said. Okay. Do you think Ben ever feels unworthy of Kara's gratitude later on?
Yeah, always. Anybody that isn't braggadocious or doing things for attention or anything like that, they always feel like it's unwarranted or undeserved, or that they're just doing it to be nice. And people that are seeking out gratification, they want to make sure that they get a thank you, or oh, this is the best thing ever. And I don't think Ben feels that. I think he's just doing it out of kindness.
What does what do you think it felt like for Ben to see Kara become valedictorian?
Oh, that was a highlight for him. I'm not sure at what point he lost his daughter before, but um, just seeing her grow up and hit that milestone and something so important, um, that had to have been amazing for Ben to see.
Yeah, I kind of kept that up to the viewer when, you know,
Sure.
she passed. So it's kind of up to the viewers, how they see it. What do you think fatherhood means to Ben?
Oh, what does fatherhood mean to any of us? um, no, I think like fatherhood to Ben is just expressing love, whether that's through actions, words, cooking, um, just showing how much you love somebody and being present and there in all the things. Um, and not looking for that gratification or things like that. Just like I said before, just that fortitude of doing what's right and being present and all those things.
Yeah. Now, these questions might be a little sad. These are about the heart condition. Why do you think Ben didn't tell Kara about his heart condition?
Oh, because you never want your loved ones to worry. I deal with some health issues, and I don't tell my kids because I don't want them to worry about me. So I think people and Ben, just keep that to themselves, and um, hope it just all works out.
Yeah. Do you think Ben knew down like deep inside that he didn't have much time?
Um, that's that's a great question. I feel like he probably knew because at one point he does apologize to her for not, talking about his condition. So I think he knew it was there. And I would assume that he's doing regular checkups with a doctor. And I would bet that he knew his time was limited. Nobody really knows how many days you have, or months, or years, but he probably had a fair idea.
And honestly, that probably affected him, listening to Kara's speech even more too. Probably hit even harder,
Oh,
knowing.
absolutely.
At the very end, when he says "I love you," do you think he knew it would be like be the last time?
Oh yeah, you always hear about people's last words, and they don't say them on accident, knowing, or wondering if that's going to be their last words. People know their last words, and they know what they're saying. And when it's time, I believe that people know it's time. So I do think that Ben knew that his time here was over, and he wanted to get that out before he went.
Yeah. What do you think Ben would say about the woman Kara becomes?
Oh, but he would say how proud he is. He's been there for all those years, and saw what she was growing up through her teenage years, and how kind she was. And he would just be just amazed at the woman she became. Absolutely, hands down.
I really like this question. Does he believe he saved Kara or that she saved him?
Oh, that's a good one. Um, I think honestly, it's a little bit of both. We don't. At least I didn't catch any real vibes on Ben before. So I don't know if he was depressed. I don't know anything about Ben before. I can assume that he probably wasn't in a great state of mind, but for that reason, I think that she saved him. But being out on your own in the cold and the snow, and obviously not with a good relationship with your current family, I believe that he saved her as well. I would say it's a 50-50 saving.
Yeah, that's kind of how I see it too. Very 50-50.
Yeah.
This is another good one. If Ben could leave Kara one final message, what would it be?
Hmm. Ben could leave. Well, message in my eyes would be that I love you very much. I really enjoy all the years that we had together. I'm sorry it couldn't be more. And please remember me every time you eat soup.
That sounds exactly like Ben.
Perfect.
Do you think Ben was afraid of dying or only afraid of leaving her alone?
Oh, leaving her alone, hands down. Everybody, as they get older and into their elder years, they know their time is limited, and unless they've lived just a very sheltered life, which I don't think Ben did, they know that it's going to be their time eventually. And the saddest part is not dying, but the people you leave behind, and how they're going to feel.
Yeah. Then these last couple questions are about you, so like performance questions.
Okay.
How did you find Ben's voice?
Oh, I mostly just use my normal speaking voice. I did try a little bit to go a little higher pitch than my normal speaking voice, but for the emotion, definitely, like I said earlier, I channeled, my 13-year-old daughter and how I would try to act for her as Ben.
Did you physically change your posture while recording him?
Whenever I record, I always stand more upright. I have terrible posture, except when I'm recording.
Sounds like me too when I'm recording.
Yeah.
And then here's the final question.
Okay.
If Ben could see Kara standing strong in the present day, what would he feel?
Oh, he would feel so much pride in her, very, very much so. I don't think it would be pride like, yes, I did that. It'd be pride in look at what she's done on her own.
That's kind of how I saw it too. That question.
It's amazing.
Well, thank you for your time. That was really fun.
Yeah, I agree.
Totally didn't redo a bunch of questions. That totally never happened.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I've never not had to redo any lines. When people have a certain vision for how they want lines said, or tone, or pace, or any of those things, you might have to re-record lines 5 times to get it how they want it. So that was
Also,
really
me over
impressive.
here writing weird names like Keno and Zeno, and no one knowing how to pronounce any names. And I thought Kara was like the most normal name too, but like everyone was saying Kara, like,
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it and heard it both ways, so that's why I did ask if it was Kara or Kara, and that's why I did 2 takes for each way. So, yeah, and that could just be like where people live. I'm up in Wisconsin, and so we say all sorts of words weird.
Me down up here in North Dakota, we say weird stuff too.
Oh, you're North Dakota, nice.
Yep.
We were in Sioux Falls, South Dakota for work last summer.
Sioux Falls.
Haven't gone over to North Dakota yet, but
not much here.
yeah, you blink and you miss it.
Yeah, I think like the thing we're most notable for is like nuclear bases or something.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, we got snow.
Yep, I hear you there.
We got snow.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
It was nice talking to you.
Yes, you too, Cheetah. If anything comes up in the future that you need my voice, you absolutely know how to get a hold of me. Do you have a timeline estimate for when you might release this episode?
I am planning on starting to air the show on May 1st and and I'm gonna be releasing 2 episodes a week, so on like Monday and Friday.
Oh wow. Okay, cool. So not too long, probably like June, July time frame, I would guess.
Yep.
Cool. Just send me a message if you could when you air that, and when you start to air all of them, I'll give them a listen. Absolutely.
Will do.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Cheetah.
No problem. Bye-bye.
All right, have a great one.